Hello everyone, I'm Fizalola, and I hope you're all doing fantastically well today. Welcome back to another thrilling video. Today we're diving deep into a dramatic incident from the recent race that has everyone talking: the clash between PerezSainz and Sergio Perez. With the stakes high and tensions boiling over, this moment not only impacted the race results but also sparked a heated debate among fans and analysts alike. So buckle up and join me as we unpack the details of this controversial collision, analyze the reactions from the teams, and explore what this means for the championship standings moving forward. Let's dive right into the action at Red Bull, where team boss Christian Horner has voiced some strong opinions regarding the incident involving PerezSainz and Sergio Perez. As the race approached its thrilling conclusion, Sainz and Perez found themselves embroiled in a fierce battle for third place. Sainz executed a daring maneuver, overtaking Perez at turn 1. However, his momentum carried him wide at turn 2, setting the stage for a tense drag race down to turn 3. Unfortunately, the excitement quickly turned sour when the two drivers collided on the straight, resulting in a catastrophic crash that saw both cars slam into the wall. This incident marked a significant moment for Perez, who had been having his best race in quite a while. His frustration was palpable as he expressed his feelings over the team radio in response to the collision. Horner, observing the situation closely, placed the blame squarely on Sainz, suggesting that the Ferrari driver had drifted into Perez's path. Speaking to Sky F1, Horner stated he deserved so much more. Upon reviewing the replay, it was evident that Carlos started to move across the circuit, which is incredibly disappointing. Sergio should have at least secured a podium finish today. The implications of this collision are far-reaching, not just for the drivers involved but for Red Bull as a whole. This incident has severely impacted Perez's chances and could prove detrimental to the team's efforts in the Constructors' Championship, costing them crucial points at a pivotal moment in the season. With another important race weekend on the horizon, the fallout from this clash raises questions about the dynamics within the team and their strategy moving forward. As the dust settled from the dramatic clash, the stewards were tasked with reviewing the incident to determine if any penalties would be handed out. After thorough deliberation, they issued their verdict: no penalties would be imposed on either driver. In their statement, the stewards explained that they focused on the dynamics of how the incident unfolded rather than its consequences. Sainz had passed Perez after turn 1 and was ahead at the apex of turn 2. However, his exit was compromised, which allowed Perez to pull alongside him. Both drivers were aware of each other's positions as they approached the wall on the right side at the exit of turn 2. They were only about a meter apart at this critical juncture. Throughout the encounter, the stewards noted that neither driver exhibited erratic steering, maintaining a neutral line as they raced side by side. They examined the driving line of Sainz and found that he was close to his normal racing trajectory, which angled slightly away from the wall. However, the stewards did acknowledge that Sainz had moved slightly toward a car he had limited visibility of. While they noted that there was nothing unusual about Perez's racing line, they concluded that he could have done more to avoid the collision, given that he had a clearer view of Sainz's positioning. Ultimately, the stewards classified the incident as a racing incident, determining that neither driver was predominantly at fault and opting for no further action. In my analysis of the footage, I have to agree that Sainz's maneuver appeared to be the cause of the incident. It certainly looked as though he drifted over at a critical moment. But what do you think? I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments below. As the race concluded and the dust began to settle, the fallout from the incident continued to reverberate throughout the paddock. The drivers and teams were left to reflect on what had transpired, and fans were abuzz with theories and opinions. For Sergio Perez, this was a hard pill to swallow. After putting in a solid performance and showing promise for a podium finish, having his race cut short was undeniably frustrating. He had hoped to capitalize on his momentum, especially given the stakes in the Constructors' Championship. Meanwhile, Carlos Sainz was also feeling the pressure. Though he emerged unscathed from the incident, the criticism surrounding his driving and the blame from Red Bull were hard to ignore. The racing world is often unforgiving, and Sainz knew that every move on the track would be scrutinized. He had to navigate the fallout while focusing on the upcoming races, as one misstep could further damage his reputation and the team's standing. Horner's comments and the incident itself sparked a wider discussion about racing etiquette and the fine line drivers walk during intense battles for position. Many fans took to social media to express their views, with some siding with Perez and others defending Sainz's aggressive tactics. This incident brought to light the age-old question in motorsport: how far is too far when competing at the highest level? The blurred lines of aggressive racing often lead to controversy, and this clash was a prime example. As the teams prepared for the next race weekend, both Red Bull and Ferrari had their work cut out for them. Red Bull needed to regroup and maintain focus on their championship goals, while Ferrari had to find a way to bounce back from this setback. The tension between the two teams is palpable, and with both drivers eager to prove themselves, the next race promises to be just as thrilling and contentious. As anticipation builds for the upcoming race weekend, both Red Bull and Ferrari know they must come out swinging. For Red Bull, the pressure is on to deliver results and ensure that Sergio Perez can reclaim his momentum after the heartbreaking incident. Team principal Christian Horner will undoubtedly be rallying the troops, emphasizing the importance of teamwork and resilience. Perez, fueled by his desire for redemption, is determined to put the collision behind him and prove his worth on the track. On the other hand, Ferrari faces a critical moment to regain their competitive edge. With the fallout from the incident still fresh in their minds, Sainz and Leclerc must focus on executing their strategies flawlessly. They know that every point counts in the Constructors' Championship, and a strong performance in the next race could be crucial for their season. The team will need to refine their approach and ensure that all procedures, especially concerning tire regulations, are followed meticulously to avoid any further penalties. As the lights prepare to go out for the next race, fans around the world are eager to witness how these storylines will unfold. Will Perez bounce back to reclaim his spot on the podium? Can Ferrari find the speed they need to challenge for top positions? The tension is palpable, and as the drivers line up on the grid, every heart will race in anticipation of the drama that is sure to ensue. Thank you for joining me in this analysis of the Sainz-Perez incident. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates and insights into the world of Formula One. Until next time, take care and keep the passion for racing alive. Both drivers were aware of each other's positions as they approached the wall on the right side at the exit of Turn 2. They were only about a meter apart at this critical juncture. Throughout the encounter, the stewards noted that neither driver exhibited erratic steering, maintaining a neutral line as they raced side by side. They examined the driving line of Sainz and found that he was close to his normal racing trajectory, which angled slightly away from the wall. However, the stewards did acknowledge that Sainz had moved slightly toward a car he had limited visibility of. While they noted that there was nothing unusual about Perez's racing line, they concluded that he could have done more to avoid the collision. Given that he had a clearer view of Sainz's positioning,